Yeah, I'm doing SAR on a 20-minute readiness base. So with that, provide SAR all day round, all year round. My name is Wesley Haas. Currently I'm the SAR commander, line trainer and type rating instructor for the 189, flying in the Netherlands, search and rescue with Bristow, where we have 2 aircraft standby at each moment, 24/7 SAR.
So we have a base here in Den Helder, in the north of the Netherlands, and we have a base in Midden-Zeeland, which is near the Belgian border on the south coast of the Netherlands. Yeah, and we cover that with 2 aircraft on a 24/7 basis. So the majority of our taskings are medevacs, either from vessels passing through the area or offshore platforms. We see a bit of a shift in types of tasking associated with the seasons. So obviously a long stretch of beach in the Netherlands is quite popular with tourists in the summertime. So the focus of the mission sort of shifts a little bit more towards the littoral environment, sort of slightly closer inshore during the summer months. And then in the winter, traditionally more the commercial activities, you know, offshore platforms, vessels passing through, fishermen, that type of thing.
If I would want to drive a Ferrari, I would buy a Ferrari. And certainly this is not a Ferrari. Having said that, it's the perfect toolkit for the search and rescue role that we fly it for.
It's a modern aircraft, you know, it's all glass cockpit. It's fitted with all the avionics and systems which make it ideally suitable to SAR. And it's got good payload, so you add all the extra equipment required for SAR. You can rescue a lot of people. Got very good endurance. It's fitted with 2 big engines. They both provide around 2,000 horsepower per engine, which gives the 189 at the weights that we typically operate at around 8,000 kilograms. Often gives it safe single engine performance. So that means if you lose an engine, you're still able to either hover or do a flyaway. And then in terms of avionics, it's fitted with search and rescue AFCS modes or modes that make search and rescue easier in terms of transition down. So it can transition from height and cruise fully automatically into the hover at low level on the autopilot, which obviously again is a massive safety bonus.
If we have to do a mass casualty evacuation, we can take up to 19 persons in the back, which is quite significant. We also have a secondary role with the maritime incident response group. So if there's like a fire on the ship, we can take a special fire brigade on board of 6 personnel with all their kit and deliver them to the scene of SAR if needed. Like that's the versatility of the 189. We can do all those jobs without much changes, and that's something I really like in flying the 189. We operate in a crew of 5, so we have 2 pilots, a winch operator, a winchman, and a SAR nurse. Just from that perspective, essentially it's our job to get the SAR nurse and the winchman to the spot and for them to be able to provide the care that the casualty needs.
I'm the SAR nurse on the team. I'm responsible for the patients and I care for the patients together with the winchman and the winch operator if it's necessary. We are like a flying ambulance. Everything we can do on the ambulance, we can also do on the Coast Guard helicopter. We can intubate, yeah, we have all the stuff to intubate and also ventilate by machine or by hand.
I'm also the first on deck most of the time in a normal setting, so I can guide a SAR nurse to the deck or get a patient out of the water and then get them into the helicopter and then make sure that the nurse gets to the patient. And down here it's all connected. You do in rough weather, you help the pilots doing bad weather landings or come out with FLIR and radar. And by confined area landings, you're also the eyes out. So you're pretty much summed up in the whole air crew. Yeah, that's what I really like. Yeah.
CRM is just part of our DNA. It's super important. It's like the backbone of what we do. Sometimes it could be the SAR nurse that is like the fly on the wall during a transit that comes up with something really clever that we haven't talked about between the pilots or with the tech crew. And that makes this operation very interesting, that you can actually learn from each other and everyone can weigh in their opinions, their expertise and all the other stuff that they bring to the table.
FLIR is a big asset for the whole crew. We can use them in the back and as well as in the front. It has like a heat-seeking camera because it's for Laguna infrared, but also just normal picture. So if we are looking for somebody who is in the water for just 5 minutes, we know of, chances are big that there's a heat print of the body. So you can go fly pretty high to scan the surface of the water, with chances being relatively big to find a heat signature.
The Netherlands obviously is what they call the lowlands, so we don't have mountains and such to take into account. We have a lot of wind turbines. You've been here out for a week. Weather can be challenging. I've been flying the North Sea for quite a while, and weather is always something to take into account.
Well, I think major challenges are also extreme circumstances like the weather, when it's dark, the sea conditions, and yeah, that can be a challenge.
To be honest, it's a big aircraft, which and then ultimately creates a lot of downwash. So we're very aware of what it produces. We tailor our procedures towards it.
One of the major incidents that we were involved in, which was a roll-on, roll-off type vessel, so a big commercial vehicle transporting vessel. We caught fire just north of Den Helder, a little bit to the northeast of here, part of Germany in the night, and then yeah, big fire broke out on board. Yeah, it was a fairly chaotic event with lots of crew members on board having to be rescued from there. So yeah, I think it's a pretty impressive mission. That's the moral dilemma of the whole situation when you're there. Are the people that you're going to leave behind, are they going to be able to cope for themselves? Can you provide them with some form of assistance while you're going to be gone in the meantime? So you could do that in terms of an airdroppable life raft, for example, or you could make sure that they're all in their own life raft before you leave the scene. So where we do more or less draw a line is crew safety, so because we are the people coming to rescue, we try and make sure that we don't endanger ourselves. So that's where we basically draw the lines. It's crew safety first, and then otherwise it's what we do what we can on scene to try and minimize casualties really.
For NLSAR, so to say, that we have to come up with our own solutions and seek the way forward in order to give the casualty the best solution.
It's when you finally find somebody, or you can care for them and bring them safely to a hospital, that gives a good feeling. There were 4 men, and those men came back the day after and bring us some gifts and cake, so that was really nice.
Everything in life is like a juggling experience. As long as you keep juggling, it doesn't matter what they throw at you, you just have to become better at juggling.